From the author of Spinsterella, A Strange and Unusual Romance comes Spellbound, a darker shade of black. Get Spellbound this Halloween in paperback and ebook at online booksellers everywhere. A while ago, the laptop I had bought in 2008, a Dell Latitude D830, died. And what had happened was that the motherboard's video chips had pretty much started to malfunction. And at that time, I pretty much wanted to try to repair this laptop, but I didn't have any money because I had been out of work for so long. And what a lot of people don't know is that I've had my ACE Plus certification since 2009, and I'm certified to pretty much repair computers. And with this Dell Latitude D830, I've done a lot of maintenance and repairs on this one computer. I've practically broken this entire laptop down to the case at least about 4 or 5 times in doing routine maintenance and doing all sorts of repairs. And one of the big repairs I had to do way back in about 2011 or so was when the cooling fan had died. And when this cooling fan had died, what I did was I had to go into this case. I had to unscrew all the screws and go inside the case to take the defective cooling fan out and replace it with a brand new cooling fan. And then around about 2014, I had both of these laptop hinges fail. I had both of the laptop hinges fail. And what I had to do after that was I had to go and shop eBay looking for the laptop hinges. And again, I had to pretty much disassemble this entire laptop and then reinstall both of the hinges. And in order to do that, I had to go inside the seams of this space here in between the lid of the laptop and the screen, and I had to reinstall those 2 screws that held the hinges together. And those are just some of the repairs that I have done on this one laptop right here. I've stripped this entire laptop to the case. I pretty much know where all the parts go inside of it, and I can disassemble it and put it back together within about 35 minutes to 45 minutes. And when this laptop died, I pretty much wanted to try to replace the motherboard. Unfortunately, I couldn't replace the motherboard because there are 2 bolts here that pretty much prevent me from taking the motherboard out of the case on these 2 monitor jacks. So I went looking for another motherboard on eBay that was attached to the case. Unfortunately, a lot of them were quite pricey. And because I couldn't find another motherboard on eBay that I could afford with my limited income, what I had to do was I just kept looking and searching the Goodwill listings and other listings, because this is a computer from 2008, and Dell laptops pretty much depreciate over time, and the value that they had back in 2008 is not what they have today. These laptops usually go for anywhere from about $100 to even some cases $20. And I got lucky about a couple weeks ago and I found another Dell laptop online for about $25. And this was one from a school district. They were pretty much being decommissioned. And when I found out that the laptop still booted the BIOS, I saw an opportunity. If you have a laptop, you see one online and it says it boots the BIOS, that's a pretty good, that means that computer is still good. That means that motherboard is still functional. And that means that you can pretty much take your old hard drive or another hard drive, place it inside of that computer, and it will start working again. All you have to do is have a operating system and your software, and that computer will start working all over again. Now, I had another laptop, a Dell Inspiron 2500, that I owned way back from about 2001 to about 2007. And that computer died around 2007 when I was writing the screenplay All About Maryland. And what I found was, in doing research, was there was a way to transfer the information from that old hard drive onto this brand new computer when I bought it. And what I did was I bought one of these USB to ATA disk drives. Now these things have gotten smaller over the years, but the whole function of it is still the same. You put your old hard drive inside of this, and then you plug this into the USB port on your computer, and what happens is you will get all the old files you had on your computer back. And they have these on Amazon.com for about $10 or $11, and you can find these on eBay. You can find these on eBay for even cheaper. So you get one of these, you put your hard drive inside of it, or you get one of these USB cables, and you'll get all of your information back. And that was one of the first projects I did before I even got my A+ certification for doing PC repair. This was one of the first PC repair projects I did because I had a lot of books on that old hard drive, and I pretty much wanted to get them back. And I had MP3s, and I had other photos and pictures, and I got all of them back by using this. And that's in addition to other files I had, like updated, revised files on USB keys. So you always want to make sure you back up your information. But one of these will get you back all of your original files in next to no time if you have a broken computer or even a broken smartphone. Now, what I wanted to do this time was do something in reverse. I wanted to take the old hard drive out of the old laptop and put it into a new laptop to see if it would work. And what I did was, after I bought this new to me Dell Latitude D830 for $25, what I did was I took the hard drive out of the old computer and I put it in this one. And when I did that, I wanted to see if it would work just the same, because what I've read is that once you take it out of the same model, the hard drive out of the same model, and you put it into another case, the computer will pretty much recognize it as the same, and that way you can just pretty much go back to work on this exact same computer without violating any of the software licenses or anything like that. However, what I've also read is that if you take this same hard drive out and put it in a computer that's not the same brand, or not the same, type make, like if you take a Dell hard drive out and put it into a Hewlett-Packard, it's going to kind of say that it's a new computer and you're not going to be able to use it. So if you do this, what happens is you have to have the same brand and the same model, and what will happen is it'll pretty much boot up as normal, and that's what happened in this case. And it'll just boot up as normal, and you'll have your old computer back just like I have right here. Now, after I had finished putting this old hard drive into this similar model computer, the only thing I had to do after that was pretty much adjust the drivers. And if you have the driver CDs to your old computer, all you have to do is install them, and it'll pretty much it'll start functioning as normal. And this is what has happened. The laptop pretty much functions just as it did when I owned the first one. So it's just like getting the laptop back. So when I did this project, it was a way of me continuing to maintain the A+ certification skills that I had, and to see what else I could do with PC repair. Now, I know this model backwards and forwards, and I know about many of the issues involved with it, so it wasn't that hard. Again, the whole repair process on this computer pretty much, it took less than about 15 minutes to put the hard drive in, even less than that, maybe about 5 minutes. But the most of the work was pretty much getting those drivers straight. And once I got the drivers straight, I pretty much had a brand new functioning computer. So, it's PC repair. A lot of people think that it's a big, complicated thing, but it really isn't that complicated. Taking a computer apart, all you need is a screwdriver, and you just need to know where the parts go, and you can pretty much learn how to fix computers fairly easy. This wasn't a hard project for me. It was a fairly, easy project. Again, just took about an hour or so. And a lot of people, they don't know that I have A+ certification. I know how to do PC repairs, and I've pretty much, learned a lot from working with Dell's Latitude D830. And they say the laptop is the hardest computer to work with, And I've been working with this again for about 5 or 6 years now, so I pretty much know this one, this model backwards and forwards, and I know about issues with computers fairly backwards and forwards. PC, and it wasn't that, it's not that hard to learn, and if you learn basic maintenance and stuff, you can have your computer functioning for a lot longer than just under like the average case. The average case, most computers, maybe they go about maybe 5, maybe 7 years or more. But if you learn how to take them apart, put them together, you might maybe be able to get them to last even longer than that. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.